Hey guys, what's up? What's up? This is Sudoku Warrior back with another episode of Simple Souls. I think I've said that on literally every single one of these videos. Alright, so you just farmed up a bunch of large Titanite shards and grabbed some nice stuff from Blighttown. So we are heading off to acquire the large ember. But first, we have to kill a mini-boss, the Capra Demon, which runs the lower undead burg. So just to get started, head out of the bonfire and start heading back to Firelink Shrine. Yep, hop onto this little water wheel thing, let it take you up. This, in my opinion, is the most lethal part of the game, because this jump I have had incredible trouble with in the past. All you gotta do is just roll off onto that little ledge, but it seems to me that there's some tendency of the game to kind of throw you off that bit. Either way, head on up here, back just the same way you came out, heading up these ladders. So here, we re-encounter the blow dart sniper. I do get hit by two of his little blow dart knife thingies, which, as you can see, is making my health vanish. When you're toxic, your only hope is really to sprint to the nearest bonfire as fast as you possibly can. Ignore any enemies that you see and just run for it. Try to, if you can, and find a second, equip humanity if you have any. Take off all the armor you can, so that way you're running at low equip load so you can run quicker. And yeah. It's a really, really terrible situation to be in, and you may end up having to indeed consume some humanity in order to survive if you run out of Estus flasks. Well, not too far up ahead, you can sprint back out past those giants. Sprinting past enemies, if you're leaving an area, is always a good option in Dark Souls because there aren't really a lot of things that are good at pursuing you and destroying you when you're trying to run away. So continue, head down into here, and to hopefully you do not have to lower the elevator at this point. If you do, you're likely dead. I would just suggest giving up and trying again. As you can see, I've died here in the past. That was me actually being just a little bit stupid and deciding to see if I could actually jump off the opening that opens up when this elevator is at the top of its shaft. Well, you can, and you can die. Anyways, that's you may need to pop humanity. What you might not have known about humanity is it does fully heal your HP if you use one of those items. But it looks like we'll have enough health to make it back to Firelink, and when you rest at the bonfire, your toxin is cured anyway. So, put back on all your clothes that you may have had to take off, and head on into the undead burg. So it'll be a lot easier going through this area if you had troubles with it before, which you probably didn't, but now you'll just be able to just brutalize every single enemy. Yep. It's not too much of a challenge just to skewer them all. Head up here, just like usual. Kill everyone, and then head up the stairway. Yep. Backstab them if you feel like it. And when you come up into this little area and go into this tunnel, you'll notice the opposite direction of the rat. There is a gate, which you can see right there. Well, we can't open it right now, but that is indeed a shortcut to the lower undead burg. To get there, we'll have to be doing a bit of poking around here. So what you're going to want to do, head through all of this part, and then get back to the bridge where the that dragon was before, with the giant red dragon that was right before we went into the undead parish. Head on through this little bit. This fight, which may have been challenging before, is now just going to be ridiculously easy. Little arena with guys. So very easy to kill. Oh, it's also an interesting thing about Dark Souls. If you get hit in the head with an arrow, it staggers you regardless of your poise, so you can't really ever ignore headshots. And that guy's pretty good at getting them. Anywho, we do have the ladder up here, which you can take if you want to try to pop out and run across the bridge, avoiding the flames of the dragon. Make sure you use any levels you have to pump your endurance. Yeah, and then head back out. If you have a spare firebomb or anything, you're not going to be using them for the rest of the game, so if it would make this a little bit easier, feel free to just use whatever you feel like. The other shortcut that leads to the lower undead burg is located in this room. Once you clear it out, you'll notice a gate similar to the one in the tunnel before, in the corner. This door right here. But, just like the other one, it does not open from the side that you can access it on. So, continue clearing out the undead burg. With your armor and your newfound weapon, it should be just incredibly easy. That sprinting attack is just awesome. I spam it a lot because it has such good reach and hits 360 degrees around your character. It's just great. As usual, these guys are easy kills. Smash their faces in if they don't jump away, or if they do. Sometimes they drop their swords, which are just about the only things worth taking from them. Alright, continue heading up, and up some more. It'll bring you back to the Taurus Demon Arena, if you don't remember it from before. And just simply sprint across. Yeah, there are 2 archers that I leave alive at the top of the tower behind us, but if you're sprinting at 50% or 25% equip load, their targeting speed their AI can't compensate for how fast you're running, so they'll miss you. That's actually a thing you can do with any NPC that's shooting at you. As long as you keep moving, they will not hit you because they don't have the capacity to lead and aim their shots where you will actually be by the time their shots get there. Alright, so just head down this ladder. If you didn't know before, when you're on a ladder, you can press B to slide. Alright, so right when you come out here, head down this set of stairs, because some dogs will automatically be aggroed, and they will follow you around when we're doing this next little bit. They are extremely acrobatic. It's probably the best way to describe it. They like to jump around, and it can be pretty challenging to hit them if they decide to play games with you. Alright, run up to each of these doors and just lay a normal attack, just with 2 hands, right through the door, and you will one-shot the thieves that are hiding behind the door. They mount an ambush when you get to this point and come out of all of those doorways where we had previously killed them in. The bandit's knife is a pretty good weapon. We're not going to use it. If you're going for criticals or backstabs or stuff like that, it does a ton of damage. There's another little weapon in here, the Mailbreaker. I don't know why I keep getting all these weapons, because they're not important at all. Anyways, continue clearing out the lower undead burg. Up ahead, there's another set of doors, which, of course, this being Dark Souls, must be an ambush. There will also be at least 1, if not 2 dogs that are aggroed right when you walk over there. So on the thieves, they can throw daggers at you, they will backstab you if they get behind you, and they can indeed parry you. But their parry, when they're ready to parry, they will hold their knife diagonally in front of them across their chest, kind of like a seatbelt. When they're doing that, don't bother attacking them because they will parry you, and then you will probably die. Alright, so once you've cleared everybody out, head back the way you came, and there was a shortcut door earlier in the upper undead burg that leads directly to this lower area. You may have missed it on the way in, but it's another staircase, this time it's to your left, that leads up and curves around the corner of this building. Open the door, which you can now do from this side, and see where you are. Yep, this little room. A curious fact about the burg is there are a handful of firebomb throwers that like to throw those firebombs at you when you're standing on that little bridge I was just on. One of them, after you've gone through the area, I don't know why, but it seems like his AI always has him drop down and start following you. Usually, you are so far beyond the burg, possibly even in the parish, that he will never catch up to you, but I've noticed that guy wandering around before. Nothing too hard to kill, he's just another little undead that throws firebombs. Alright, the Capra Demon is brutal if you don't have a good weapon like we do. So, he has 2 dogs. The fight will probably be decided, especially if you aren't using any poise or anything. If you have armor that does not give you poise, which we're not worrying about in this walkthrough, the fight is decided by about the first 10 seconds. If you can kill his dogs in that window, then you've probably won the fight. He himself is not very hard to kill at all. His swings don't take much stamina out of your shield stamina meter, and his attacks are incredibly slow and easy to dodge. Basically, with the Capra Demon, just watch out for his attacks, don't get hit, stay away when he's attacking, and when he's done swinging, just stab him. Yeah, this guy dies just extremely quickly, and yeah, just stay back from him, keep stabbing him. Go at it a little bit more. He's almost dead. You can block his 2-handed hits pretty easily. If your shield isn't upgraded at all, though, it may take a considerable chunk out of your stamina. And, I guess since we're about to kill him, that will be all for today's video. He drops the key to the depths, the next area that we will see you in. So, peace.